Barron Trump breaks his silence with a stunning first speech at the 2025 inauguration. His words leave America in shock.
The 2025 inauguration was a historic moment, with eyes on every member of the Trump family. But it was Barron Trump, still a young man, who caught everyone's attention. A very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him? As he stood by his father's side, his calm presence stood in stark contrast to the buzz surrounding the event. But what was going on behind the scenes for Barron? What did he say in the speech that shocked everyone? Let's take a closer look at Barron's role in this monumental moment and what it meant. The 2025 inauguration was one of the most anticipated events in recent history. As Donald Trump took the stage for his second term, the spotlight naturally fell on the Trump family. Yet, Barron Trump seemed to capture the attention of many, especially due to his speech. Before we explore the moment Barron stunned everyone with his unexpected speech, we need to first look at what led to this pivotal day for the young Trump and his role within his family's journey. The 2025 presidential inauguration of Donald Trump was a grand spectacle that unfolded in Washington, D.C., on January 20, 2025. This event marked the commencement of his second term as the 47th President of the United States, a rare occurrence in American history. The last instance of non-consecutive terms was Grover Cleveland's presidency in the late 19th century. The inauguration was held indoors at the U.S. Capitol Rotunda due to inclement weather, a decision that ensured the comfort of attendees and the smooth execution of the day's events. The day began with the swearing-in ceremony, where President Trump took the oath of office, administered by Chief Justice John Roberts. First Lady Melania Trump held two Bibles for the president, a tradition symbolizing the peaceful transfer of power. Following the oath, President Trump delivered his inaugural address, outlining his vision for the upcoming term and reflecting on the nation's journey. As evening approached, the city came alive with a series of inaugural balls and events that celebrated the nation's democratic process and the president's re-election. These gatherings were a blend of elegance, entertainment, and patriotism, offering a glimpse into the cultural fabric of America. One of the most anticipated events was the Commander-in-Chief Ball, held at the Walter E. Washington Convention Center. This ball honored military service members and their families, reflecting the nation's gratitude for their dedication and sacrifice. The evening featured performances by country music band Rascal Flatts and singer Parker McCollum. Welcome to the stage, world-renowned band Rascal Flatts. They energized the crowd with their dynamic performances. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump attended, sharing dances and moments with the attendees, embodying the spirit of unity and appreciation for the armed forces. Another significant event was the Liberty Ball, which took place at the National Building Museum. This ball was a celebration of American heritage and the values that unite the nation. The venue's historic architecture provided a majestic backdrop for the evening's festivities. The President and First Lady made their entrance to the applause of the gathered guests, including dignitaries, celebrities, and citizens from across the country. The atmosphere was filled with a sense of pride and optimism as attendees enjoyed live music, gourmet cuisine, and engaging conversations. The Starlight Ball, held at the Smithsonian Institution building, also known as the Castle, was another highlight of the evening. This event combined elegance with a touch of whimsy, featuring performances by artists like Nelly and the Village People, who brought a lively and diverse musical experience to the celebration. The President and First Lady participated in dances and mingled with guests, creating an inclusive and festive environment. Beyond the official inaugural balls, numerous unofficial gatherings and parties took place throughout the city. These events were organized by various groups, including political organizations, cultural institutions, and private citizens, each adding their unique flavor to the celebration. Celebrations, for instance, the All-American Inaugural Ball held at the Hyatt Regency Capitol Hill, featured multiple entertainment zones and honored American heroes, offering a diverse experience for attendees. The inaugural events were graced by a variety of performances that showcased the rich cultural tapestry of the United States. Country music stars like Carrie Underwood and Jason Aldean delivered powerful renditions of patriotic songs, resonating with the audience's sense of national pride. Additionally, artists such as Snoop Dogg and Nelly added a contemporary touch to the festivities, appealing to a broader demographic and highlighting the nation's diverse musical heritage. The overall atmosphere of the inauguration was one of celebration and unity. Attendees, ranging from political figures and celebrities to everyday citizens, came together to witness and partake in the democratic process. The events were marked by a sense of optimism and anticipation for the future, with people engaging in lively discussions, enjoying the entertainment, and savoring the culinary delights offered at the various venues. The blend of tradition and modernity, formality and festivity, created a memorable experience for all involved. The 2025 presidential inauguration was a testament to the enduring spirit of democracy and the vibrant cultural landscape of the United States. Through a series of well-curated events, performances, and gatherings, the nation celebrated the peaceful transfer of power and the commencement of a new chapter in its history. The inaugural balls and festivities not only honored the President and First Lady but also brought together a diverse array of individuals. What nobody expected was that Barron Trump would take the spotlight and stun everyone with his speech, but more on that later. In the coming hours, Donald Trump will be sworn into office as the 47th President of the United States. The 2025 presidential inauguration marked the beginning of Donald Trump's second term as the 47th President. While much of the attention centered on the President himself, it's impossible to overlook the significant role his family plays in supporting his journey, especially as he enters this new chapter of his political career. Throughout his first term and the lead-up to this inauguration, Donald Trump's children, Ivanka, Donald Jr., Eric, and Barron, have been pillars of support, each contributing in their unique ways. They have stood by him not just as family but as integral parts of his public and private life, and their involvement is likely to continue throughout his second term. Ivanka has been one of the most visible members of the Trump family, particularly in his first term. She initially took on an official role as an advisor to her father, focusing on women's economic empowerment, job creation, and entrepreneurship. Beyond her public role, Ivanka's support for her father runs deep. While she stepped away from the White House after the end of his first term, her influence has remained significant. Her ability to connect with both business leaders and political figures has made her an invaluable asset. Despite her more private approach in recent years, Ivanka's involvement in her father's political endeavors is far from over. Her understanding of the political and business landscapes, combined with her diplomatic demeanor, will undoubtedly continue to play a key role in supporting Donald throughout his second term. Her relationship with her father is built on mutual respect and a shared understanding of how to navigate the complexities of public life. Ivanka is known for her intelligence, her ability to build relationships, and her skill at keeping a cool head under pressure. Whether behind the scenes or in the public eye, Ivanka's contribution to Donald's success remains undeniable. Donald Jr. has always been one of his father's most vocal and passionate supporters. Known for his strong opinions, Donald Jr. has been on the front lines of defending his father against the numerous challenges he's faced throughout his political career. From media criticism to political opposition, Donald Jr. has been unafraid to speak his mind and champion his father's policies and vision. Donald is multifaceted, whether it is campaigning for his father, making appearances at rallies, or leading public conversations on conservative issues. Donald Jr. has been an important figure in rallying Trump's base. His social media presence, which often highlights his father's accomplishments and criticizes his opponents, helps shape the narrative in a way that aligns with his father's political goals. Donald Jr. is also deeply involved in the family business, the Trump Organization, and continues to be an influential figure in both the business and political spheres. As Donald's second term progresses, his son will likely continue to play an active role in supporting the president's agenda, acting as a liaison between the administration and the public, particularly within conservative circles. While Donald Jr. is outspoken and often the face of Trump's advocacy on social media, Eric tends to be the steady hand behind the scenes. This week, President Trump's eldest sons attacked Hunter Biden in the media for allegedly profiting from his father's political influence. Here with more are the first sons, Eric and Don Trump Jr. Eric has played a pivotal role in the Trump Organization, particularly after his father's election to the presidency, where he stepped in to help manage the day-to-day operations of the family business. His loyalty to his father and his family's legacy has been unwavering. Eric's quiet yet effective support has been instrumental in keeping the Trump organization running smoothly, allowing Donald to focus on his political career. Eric has also been actively involved in fundraising efforts, supporting various Trump-aligned causes, and continuing his work with the family business. His grounded approach, coupled with his dedication to his father, positions him as a critical supporter in the upcoming years. While he might not always seek the spotlight in the same way that his siblings do, Eric's role within the family is crucial, and his support for his father has been consistent and loyal. As the president embarks on his second term, Eric will likely continue to be a key figure in both the business world and in supporting his father's political ambitions. When it comes to the Trump family, there's one member who is still relatively new to the political spotlight, Barron Trump, the youngest of Donald's children. And then I have a very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him? While Barron has largely stayed out of the public eye during his father's presidency, his role in the family's legacy is becoming more apparent as he grows older. Barron's story is one of quiet observation, but it's clear that he has inherited the Trump family's strong will and determination. As the president's son, Barron has been raised in a world of high expectations, but unlike his older siblings, he has had the benefit of growing up in a more private setting, away from the intense media scrutiny that came with his father's political career. Despite his low public profile, Barron's potential is evident. As he continues to mature, his unique perspective on the world and the political climate may come to define his role in the family's future. While it's still too early to tell how Barron will ultimately contribute to the family's political endeavors, one thing is certain: his intelligence, composure, and potential for leadership will be an asset to the Trump family in the years to come. Donald has always expressed his pride in Barron, and the bond between them is unmistakable. As the only child still in his teenage years, Barron is on the brink of a new chapter in his life, one where he may start to play a larger role in the family's public and political life. Whether he chooses to follow in his father's footsteps or carve out his own path, Barron is undoubtedly the future of the Trump family, a bright mind with the potential to make an impact in whatever way he chooses. What's clear from the 2025 inauguration and the years leading up to it is that Donald Trump's family has been and will continue to be a cornerstone of his support. Each of his children has played a role in helping him navigate the political landscape. While Barron may not yet have the public recognition of his older siblings, he is undoubtedly a key figure in the Trump family's future. His intelligence, composure, and potential have finally come out in his speech. So what happened in Barron Trump's speech? The 2025 inauguration of Donald Trump was an event full of pomp and ceremony, as expected. However, there was one unexpected moment that stole the show, and it had little to do with the speeches or political promises made by the usual figures. Instead, it came from someone not yet fully in the spotlight: Barron Trump, the youngest of Donald's children. Barron had largely remained out of the public eye, keeping a relatively low profile during his father's first term. Barron Trump stuns the entire country with his first-ever speech, and it's shocking. On this particular day, Barron stepped up to the podium and delivered a speech that left a lasting impact on everyone in attendance. Barron's speech at the inauguration wasn't just another moment of ceremonial tradition. It was a powerful, heartfelt address given by a young man who seemed wise beyond his years. Standing tall in front of the crowd, Barron didn't focus on politics or the usual expectations placed on children of political figures. Instead, he used his moment to speak to a generation, his generation, addressing the challenges and struggles young people face in today's world. For many, the sight of Barron stepping up to the podium was a surprise. A very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him? The youngest Trump had rarely been in the public eye, and many knew him only as a teenager growing up in the shadow of his famous family. Yet, there he was, at the center of the nation's stage, speaking directly to the future. That's Barron. He's strong. He's smart. He's tough. He's vicious. He's violent. As he took a deep breath and began to speak, there was a sense of anticipation in the air. He started his speech by acknowledging the position young people find themselves in today, with the world changing rapidly around them. Barron spoke candidly about the challenges many young people face, navigating a world full of uncertainties, constant change, and pressures that often seem too great to overcome. He didn't shy away from acknowledging the difficulties young people have to deal with, from economic instability to the ever-growing demands of social and environmental issues. But what set Barron's speech apart was his refusal to dwell solely on the negative. Instead, he emphasized the power and resilience of young people, recognizing their ability to adapt, innovate, and rise above adversity. His words resonated with the crowd as he spoke of the importance of hope, determination, and the collective strength that comes from working together to face the challenges ahead. Barron didn't just talk about the challenges facing his generation. He also addressed the need for change. He focused on the need to change the things that currently hold back young people, particularly in terms of education, the job market, and the environment. Barron's speech wasn't about offering specific political solutions or strategies. Instead, it was about creating a vision for a better world, one where young people don't have to fight as hard to succeed and where their voices are heard and valued. His words were simple but powerful, calling for a world that encourages creativity, innovation, and progress rather than one that stifles it with outdated practices or systems. One key message that Barron emphasized was the need for collaboration between generations. He spoke about the importance of working together, young people and older generations alike, to build a future that works for everyone. He recognized the wisdom and experience that older generations bring but also highlighted the unique perspectives and fresh ideas that young people have to offer. Barron's message was one of unity, urging everyone to come together for the common good of future generations. Throughout his speech, Barron made it clear that he was speaking directly to the youth of America. He talked about the pressure young people feel to succeed in a world that sometimes seems overwhelming. But rather than focus on the difficulties, Barron chose to inspire. He shared his own belief that young people hold the key to creating a better future, not just for themselves but for the world as a whole. Barron's message resonated with young people in the audience and those watching at home. It wasn't just about the political elite or powerful figures. It was about the future generation and how they could, and should, be supported. Barron talked about the importance of creating pathways to success, whether through education, mentorship, or community building. He also stressed that success doesn't have to look the same for everyone. The world is diverse, and so too are the paths that people take to reach their goals. Barron's speech was also about encouraging others to step up and offer their support. He called on parents, educators, community leaders, and lawmakers to listen to the needs of young people and work together to create an environment where they can thrive. Barron's belief in the power of community was evident in his words, and he made it clear that it takes a collective effort to make the world a better place for aspiring young people. One of the more poignant moments in Barron's speech came when he talked about the importance of mental health and emotional well-being. He recognized that the pressures young people face today can be overwhelming, and he urged everyone to take those challenges seriously. Barron spoke about the need for greater understanding and support for young people's mental health, emphasizing that everyone deserves the space and resources to grow in a healthy and supportive environment. What do you like the most about Barron? Let us know in the comments.